Hi, I'm Kerry.
And I'm Dee Dee.
And this is the Kerry and Dee Dee Show.
Hello.
So, we are going to talk about someone that we typically talk about, but in the last couple of weeks we have missed out on.
Beyonce. Beyonce knows Carter.
Giselle. But anyway, Beyonce has finally put a title for the upcoming album.
Yes.
4 is the name of it.
The number 4.
Their reference to creation. That's pretty cool. That's if she was thinking on that level.
No, I think she was thinking
4th album.
I don't know whose birthday. Who's somebody's
birthday.
Her birthday's
September 4, and her husband's
some
on
other
4,
things is supposed to represent that.
4,
a few of those things. So I think that's really. Actually, I did read that was what she said. Number 4 represented. So
I thought it represented creation.
Well, I'm sure it probably represents creation. So maybe she thought of that too. But the number 4.
But I'm just tripping because the album's supposed to come out when?
I thought June.
And
maybe
I'm like,
June or July.
Where's the heat on the single? I mean, it came out 3 weeks ago. We heard the snippet first. We did
about 3 weeks ago, almost 4 weeks, almost.
Yeah, and here it is. I don't see no video.
Right, but
you remember when B-Day was coming out?
Yes,
a commercial every
yes,
day.
Yes,
2 and 3, and on the day of B-Day.
Yes.
There was
lots of promotion. So
she hasn't even been on BET talking about the single.
Right.
She hasn't been on MTV with anything or
nothing.
I mean, right now it seems like she's using the old school approach to a promotion.
I don't know. I know one thing. Maybe, and I'm just saying, don't beat me up over this, but maybe it's because the single isn't doing as well as it should have been. Maybe they was thinking about scrapping the single and moving to another single, but because they already shot the video, they can't go back and, they spent all that money on that video, because what I'm hearing is the video is going to be the bomb. So once the video is done, you can't just walk away from it, right? You gotta come with it.
Yeah, because they supposedly spent a couple million on that, maybe more than a couple million.
I want to see the video. I can't wait to see the video because I saw a snippet of it and I think it's actually good. I think it's good. So, but the single isn't doing so well. So, like I said, remember I said once that video come out, then maybe that'll
But it's just too much time in between.
Well,
unless they remix the song, because right now the time in between the video and the single is like, this is Beyonce. This is not for people who think, oh well, they're just giving her a chance. No. This is Beyonce. Right. She is a solid brand. You don't promote like this.
Right.
This is not how this is. Well,
maybe they felt because she is a solid brand that they don't need to do as much promotion because people are going to automatically buy it.
Because B is such a giant. It's like you can't fucking.
But you
can't fuck around with that because. I mean, there are no other people, women singers out there that are rushing singles out to outdo her, so she got all the room in the world. So I guess whatever. But I heard that they had like a listening party for the songs and
When was the listening party?
I think it's like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, so
it was recent. And they flew somebody all the way from Australia, like a big supporter. I think he has a fan site and he's a YouTuber and whatnot. And cool. I think all of her YouTube supporters was Mikkel there? Because Mikkel is like holding it down for me. He's a stan.
I don't think so.
Oh,
he didn't get an invite.
Oh, that's shitty. I mean, he's the shit as far as Beyonce is concerned.
Like a big fan,
fan. What? Maybe because they probably thought he threw shade. I don't think Mikkel would throw shade at Beyonce. He just didn't like the song.
Right.
I mean, but if they'd have let him come, he probably heard some more shit that he really liked.
Right.
And, whatever.
Child. Who knows?
Whatever.
Who knows?
But B, I'm holding it down for you.
Child, I want
from the masculine side of it. So if you ever have another listening party, Kerry and Dee Dee from the Kerry and Dee Dee Show would like to come and check you out.
Okay,
don't be throwing no shade, girl. Shit.
I would. I said I want to see the video. I don't like the song too much, but I say I want to see the video. Well, you gonna mess up my makeup.
Don't say that. You gonna fuck up. I would like to be in her.
I would like to meet her too, but I mean, I'm not gonna hold my breath. Okay.
All right. So,
but we can't wait for the video.
Speaking of Shay, we did a video maybe like 3 or 4 videos ago where we kind of touched on the transgender community.
Yes.
And there is some phrases and some words. I don't know if it's just transgender, but more like LGBT as much.
Right, yes.
There are some phrases and some
of we don't quite, you don't understand. Some of we do.
Please comment because I would like you to break it down for me. Like, what is a dirt queen?
And what is a late ballroom queen, first off?
I love Quadia. And he called somebody a picklehead, short bus. What?
No, he called somebody a tried dirt queen. He said you pickle-headed, short bus, bum bitch.
What is tried?
What
is tried? And Trey, what I saw you said you was paying something. You said I'm paying this shirt.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you pay somebody.
Yeah,
I sure want to pay somebody.
He's like, I paid some TV show you was watching. He's like, I'm paying this.
I want to pay somebody too, but some people probably.
I would really like to know what that means.
Yes,
because it all sounds funny to me.
Yes,
it's like and is everybody a girl?
Girl, yes, of course.
I mean, like if you saw me, would you be like girl, or would you be like boy,
girl? You gonna be a girl?
No, I am a boy, but you know, because all of it sounds funny to us. We like in here.
But let me tell you
we be walking around this house.
Let me tell you one thing.
If
reading somebody,
what I think
reading is, then that chick at your doctor's office,
she got read.
She got read, baby. Because if that's what you mean by reading,
and what is down boots? What is down boots? Well, all right. What is?
You actually mentioned that once.
What?
Down boots.
Yeah.
But do you know what you were saying?
I don't know what the hell I was saying. It's like speaking Spanish. Down boots.
Maybe a lot of people need to be read.
Tried, late, dirt queen.
So what is the difference?
What is a ball? What's the difference between a ballroom queen
and a ballroom
and a late queen?
Or is that some? I hope that's not no name.
We're not throwing shade. We're just trying to figure out what it is.
But I'm just saying, is there a difference between a ballroom? What's a ballroom? When I think of a ballroom queen, I think of like somebody dressed all up in a ballroom. But I know it don't mean that. I'm just saying. Okay, whatever.
It would be so fun to know what this terminology is. There's some other terminology, huh?
Child, I really just
read her for filth. What is that?
That means you read her like she needed to be read, I'm sure. And how you do that, I don't know. But I guess
and paying somebody for filth.
I think reading them is like telling them about themselves, right? Let me know, because like you telling somebody else, like you telling somebody what they need to be told. So you read them because you need it to be read. And I think we know when somebody's coming for you. Oh yeah, because when you coming for somebody, somebody coming for you.
My mom was an old church lady, so I've heard that. Don't come for me.
Don't be trying to bring the heat on me, baby. I think that's what that means.
Yeah, But if there are any more terms and terminology that you would like to add to the comment, we would like to know it all, so that because we be in here just kind of, one time she was telling me something and I said, I'm paying you.
Hey baby, what you paying me for?
We didn't know what they are.
Oh yeah.
But help us out. Put that in the comment box and because I find that shit funny. Quadia, man, I don't know where you come from with this shit.
You tell that girl, you are a try-ass fucking
person. Said, fuck you. And you can kiss my motherfucking ass.
You tried-ass. He wrong for that.
Pickle-headed, short bus, dirt queen. Something like that. It was fucking beautiful. I didn't know what the fuck he was saying.
He a mess with that. I mean, I found that very funny, but that ain't funny like for real. Like But he really did
He
call
laid
somebody
that
a
bitch
tri-ass dirt queen. You
I love that fucking video.
pickle-headed bum bitch, some shit like that. But he was wrong for that, baby.
Oh, Lord.
But it was funny. But anyway. Sorry.
And
but it was funny.
We're not throwing any shade. We just
child, I wanna know how to read people like that too, shit.
Yeah, because that shit came from deep. Like, he could do that.
Baby. Yes.
And I want to see him go to L.A. because that was the whole thing. I like to see him go to L.A. because I can see him in a movie.
Do it. Do it.
Out. But then, what was that that you would let me read about the man who was doing seances behind the school, talking about he could.
Oh my gosh! No, he was what? That man who was found accused of raping those girls.
Oh, he was raping girls.
Yeah, this man. Oh my god! I was trying to remember the story. He was accused of raping minor girls. He was a grave digger. That's what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, the
grave digger. I read a story about this grave digger. He was luring these young girls behind the church where he would dig graves. And what he did was told these girls that they needed to have sex with him, and in exchange they would receive special powers. So these girls were between the ages of like 11 and 15, and he said that if they had sex with him, they would get some kind of special powers. And what he did, he had all kind of candles and stuff lit and all this kind of shit, and was raping these girls on the gravestones and stuff like this behind the church. I'm like, now he recently got caught, but he had been doing this since the 80s. He had been doing these types of crimes since the 80s. So just imagine how many girls he probably raped over all those years. I was just like, this is some sick shit right here. Like, ridiculous. Yeah. I'm glad you made me think of that. But that is weird. Like, first off, my thing is this. I know young people are, kind of gullible. And, and what do your parents teach you? Because, it's like he told these girls they're going to get special powers. Did they really want special powers that bad?
Or what kind of special powers can you get? I hope they put his ass under the jail.
Oh yeah, but he was wrong for that.
Low down shit.
He was tried for doing that.
Yeah, he's a dirt queen.
Like seriously, like you luring girls.
I wish a motherfucker would do some shit like that to my daughter. Like, I got 3 daughters. I will break a bitch off. You have no idea.
Baby, I just was like, that is some weird shit right there.
Yeah, but now there was because we are YouTube heads. Okay. This is what we watch YouTube. Okay, I don't even watch too much TV, but I watch a lot of YouTube. I saw a documentary about the black family, and I thought it was interesting. Some of the information that was laid out there, and I'd like to know how y'all feel about this. Also, do you think? Because we're married, but do you think that there are no good men out there?
Right. Oh, right.
And men, do you think that there are no good women out there? And if you're LGBT, do you think that there ain't no good men out there? Because one thing we don't know about the transgender and lesbian, gay, bisexual community is if relationships are a big factor, or is it more like bachelorette type thing where you're just dating forever and you kind of never have a relationship that have. Because I know
people in straight relationships have those issues.
Yeah,
that's a big issue for people, heterosexual couples.
Because I'm like, when I was listening to when they asked the question to one woman, she was saying how there are no good black men. One, she kept on saying that no man is good, every man cheats, blah blah blah.
Because she's never met.
Right, and then when she was asked if she had a man,
she didn't.
She said no
because she said she couldn't find one. She said all the ones that she. But
you remember that one girl who was like way over the top, and it was like,
yeah.
For me, I was like, I kind of see why. And the same thing with the men. It's like I always felt like this, and this is something I learned a long time ago when I was young and clubbing. If you meet somebody at a certain place doing a certain thing, and you you know, like for women, if you meet a man and you know he smoke herb, you know that when you met him, he didn't have too much of a job. He was working like at McDonald's or Pizza Hut or something like that. You knew he really didn't was living on his own. He was living with his mom. You had the place, and you kept on with him, and either got married or got pregnant, and you thought that he was going to change because he had a baby on the way or he married.
Right.
Either one or both. You gotta know. You gotta know. I'm a man myself, and I know that if you meet somebody, if I had a younger brother, which I do, but a younger brother who was kind of crazy, and I saw a girl, nice girls with him, my big thing would be run. If I had, a brother who was on that tip, he'd be like, run. You don't want to. He's living at home with mom. You got a place. You're in school. You're doing something. You're trying to elevate, and he ain't doing anything.
Right.
Now, but what happens is they get married, and this is the worst example. You get married to this person that you knew wasn't right from the get-go, and you thought he was going to change. Then you get married, and it doesn't work.
Right.
Well, the first thing out of people's mouth is, marriage ain't worth the paper that's written on. But actually, your decision for a partner really was a big part of that, as opposed to marriage. And the same thing with guys. You go into the club and you see the woman with the biggest breasts, the biggest ass, the cutest face, the longest weave, and you're like, that's the one for me. And she don't have anything going for herself. She loves the club. She drinks. She smokes. She's using. She's a fun
not for
person.
Every woman,
yeah,
but
she's a fun person. But she probably even told you herself she's not ready to get married. But you rush and get married, and then you're saying
that she's going to be something different. From, she's different from when you met her.
And some people have bachelor and bachelorette mindsets, and they're never going to change on your time. They'll change in their time.
Yes.
And then you look around and you're talking about marriage is bullshit, and all women suck. You really it's not all women suck. You should have been looking for a woman who had the same ideas and values that you wanted. And the same thing, I guess, in LGBT. If you find yourself in a bad situation, I'm thinking maybe this is the person you have fun with, and this is the person you marry.
But my thing is as a woman, like, a lot of women go into relationships thinking that, before they actually get into a relationship, they're looking for a man who's the perfect man. Like, you're looking for somebody with all these qualifications, make this amount of money, have look a certain way. You have and there's nothing wrong with having standards. But my thing is, you have all these standards. You want this man to be perfect, but no shade to us women, but you have to look at yourself too, because now think about it. If the man came out and said, you met a guy and he was like, well, I want you to make this amount of money. I want you to look like this. I want you to do this. I have all this list of rules that he's looking for. Then, some of us, not all, might have a problem with that, because I've heard women all the time. I want the perfect man. I want, a good man. But you have all these lists and these qualifications, but you have to realize, what if, maybe you might need to look at yourself and realize some things about you to enhance, to make yourself better, as opposed to looking. And look, nobody is perfect. You're not going to find this perfect man or this perfect woman. It doesn't exist. Not the way we look at it. Like, you gotta, look at it from a different standpoint, not from somebody perfect and have all this and look like this. Because somebody may look very good, but missing some other very important qualities. They might look good, but don't have a job, don't want one. So he might look real nice, like you like him, or have other things that you like about him, but then he won't work. He sit home or she sit home and don't do nothing. So I think it's just important to realize what is important in a relationship. What do you value most? What do you want? Like, are you just worried about looks, and that's all you have somebody as eye candy to walk with you and that's it. But then when you get home, it's some other shit that just ain't really working.
Yeah, and
but
then
it
the
looks
other
good
thing
from the
is this too.
surface. So
don't
that's
think
something.
that when you get married, there ain't no, we're going to be perfect.
Oh,
we're going to be arguing and all that.
Hell no. That's another
When I was 12, I thought that too. And let me
No,
tell you
nothing's
something.
perfect.
I really feel sad.
Marriage don't mean. Go ahead.
I really feel sad when I see somebody get married, and then a year later,
talking about divorce.
They're talking about divorce. It's like, yo, you just got in.
Yes, so
those battles are going to go away.
Yes.
It's like, because right now, you're coming from a place where you were probably living with your mom or by yourself or with some, a roommating, and she's coming from the same type of situation, and these two are you're trying to learn each other.
Yes.
And it's not always going to be smooth and sex. It's going to be, look, I don't like the way you press that fucking button on the microwave. I think you're breaking it. And, it'd be simple shit.
Simple stuff.
I don't like you to squeeze the toothpaste from the middle. I want it squares from the back, and I want you to roll
and
that.
And those little bitty things can cause big arguments.
Those will be all fucking day. And guess what? But guess what? Don't give up.
Right.
Even if you're a transgender woman or man, don't give up, because the idea is that those first 5 years is honeymooning. You're basically learning each other. And those arguments are so that you know how to tread water. Because a relationship ain't every fucking day, we going,
no.
Oh yeah.
It's not every day roses and you just smiling and loving each other. No. You can look at the person and be like, like, I can't stand your guts today.
I would like to choke you.
I know you didn't think that.
No, I never thought that.
But anyway. Oh yes, baby. People, I think, whatever.
Especially we have all these kids, so we were making up in between the fights.
Anyway. Okay. But just realize that it's work. It's in the beginning of any relationship, marriage, whatever. It's a lot of work. You can't be like, oh, you know what? Because of those things he mentioned,
I'm paying this.
That you just want to walk away. You gotta give it time, because look, you run from one situation to another one, and there's some shit you're gonna have to deal with in that other relationship. It's not. Each relationship is different, but they all gonna come with problems. So.
Right, and I'm not the one to tell anybody how to live their life. But the thing is this: only if you're getting beat the shit out of, that's when you really gotta start rethinking the whole situation. But you should have knew about the ass whooping before you said I do.
But some people don't know about that. You don't. Now that's another topic, because you don't always know if somebody's a beater when you meet them. They hold that shit out till later and then come out with it.
Well, the best way to deal with a man beater is man who's beating. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. All I'm saying is this: marriage ain't no picnic. You don't wake up and every day is beautiful. You got to go through something. And if you gave up before 5 years,
because them first 5 years,
then you really didn't even get married. That was basic. You don't even count that as being married. You gave up too fast. You got to stay in it a little while and start realizing when you wake up in the morning, you know what? Maybe I need to pay attention to what this person has said, and the same thing, vice versa. They pay attention to me, because I'm just telling you. The argument is telling you what I don't like.
Right.
And marriage is compromise. We're compromising every day. I'm giving her my opinion. She's giving me her opinions. And if you get out before 5 years, you really didn't even learn each other. And when you see each other, you oh motherfucker, you don't. You got to give it a chance. You can't just sit there and think. He ain't no good. But anyway, I think that's all I had.
Yes.
Yeah, see, she trying to fill that one off.
Baby, that's my word.
I would like to give a shout out to Rhonda. And I love me some Nene Leaks from R&T.
And on that note.
And Candy, where you at? We haven't seen or heard from you in a while.
Who is Candy?
W Candy from our first subscribers. Y'all have a good one.
All right, peace.